Libra natives, for you, it's the time to come out of the darkness that you have been living in for past 7 years. In that darkness, everything was very uncertain. Everything was very temporary, with a lot of sudden changes in both your professional and your private life. So from this February 2026, you would have started the energy change. This transformative period is going to change completely by end of April 2026, because Uranus is direct now in the sign of Taurus, where it has been since 2018, and now finally it's going to move into Gemini on April 29th or 26th. Uranus in Taurus was in your eighth house, the house of transformation, which for you it created a cycle of very unpredictable and sudden changes. And now this was not random, but it was there to transform you. So after this, when it's going to enter into the sign of Gemini on April 26th, it's going to enter your ninth house. Now this is the house of expansion. This is where finally you will start seeing light and hope to move forward in life. Next 7 years is going to prepare you to discover yourself, and this is going to happen either through knowledge, or you'll start studying. You could go abroad for further studies, or in general you will explore, because now you're coming out of that survival zone. One thing we all need to understand is that Uranus comes in one sign and one house once in our lifetime, because of its cycle of 85 years, and that transit is for 7 to 8 years in one house. And because of that duration, it has the capacity to change the complete environment of that house, and that environment is changed so that it can push you to be a better version of yourself, to learn through our mistakes and move forward in our life. Now, for Libra, Uranus is moving from Taurus to Gemini. The energy is shifting from consolidation period to a circulation period. When Uranus was in Taurus, you were looking for stability, and the stability, the area you were looking, was in your personal life, your joint finances, spirituality, taxes, or material assets. But there was very little success that you would have achieved during this time, or maybe it was very temporary. The transformative part will be that now, when Uranus is going to enter the sign of Gemini, you will start expanding your mind and to get these things that you have struggled. It is going through, again, as I mentioned earlier, it could be through higher studies, or going deeper into spirituality with further learning, or even looking for a guru, as now you have the clarity and the experience through your failures, what you have tried in past 7 years. As a reference, there is a story about two birds, out of which one is always eating the types of all types of fruits, whether it's sweet or bitter, and the other bird sitting on the same branch is just witnessing. So for past 7 years, you were that bird who was eating all those fruits which were sweet and bitter. That was your highs and lows in life, and those were intense changes. But now that Uranus is moving into Gemini in end of April, you are going to be the one who is going to witness everything. This transit is going to activate your buddhi, your higher intellect. So you aren't just going to learn facts anymore. It is going to be it's going to be like receiving a lot of downloads. So from this February, you would have started receiving solutions to your long standing issues. It could have been a final insurance settlement that you were working on, or even closing a debt that you wanted to do for a very long time, or a clarity on how you or your partner are going to manage your joint resources, or your taxes, or your some issues related to your in-laws. One advice I would give you is that during this period till end of April, you should automate your savings. Figure out how you want to work on your savings. After April 26, ninth house activation means that you might suddenly decide to go back to school, but for something non-traditional. Think AI, think astrology, think quantum physics, and that's why it's important to get your bank accounts in order. Gemini rules travel, and then Uranus rules the technology part. So due to the combination, many Libra natives will find that they are going to start working from anywhere instead of going to work every single day. Or you would want to travel, and if you do want to travel, then after May is going to be very good period for you. Now, if you wanted to start a social media channel, podcast, blogging, or even write a book, do it between the months of May and August for best results. The time you need to be cautious is going to be when Uranus is going to turn retrograde on September 10th. Now, this is an integration period. You might have moved too fast, or you might have signed up for too many courses. Like, you're out and about right now. I would say use this period to deeply look and adjust your schedule by keeping in mind if you're truly, or truly aligning with your goals going forward, or you're just doing the courses because you think they are going to be good. So the takeaway for you is that you spent years to find stability for yourselves and for your loved ones, but now it is time to focus on yourself. That that unsteadiness is okay if you know how to move ahead in life. So explore, and be a student again. You don't have to go be in a university to be a student, but start learning things. That's going to be the learning phase is going to start. The next 7 years are an invitation where you are going to broaden your horizon until you can see complete world. So don't be afraid of the change in your mind in 2026. A changed mind during 2026 is a sign of growth. And this brings me to the end of the video. So if you like the video, do share it with others and don't forget to subscribe.